At the start of the episode, we see that the Mongols surround the soldiers of Osman in the Mongolian army. The soldiers of Osman also start to move towards the Mongols, but Konur stops them. And a Mongol commander moves forward and says, "Throw your swords down, you can't go alive from here." The soldiers of Osman look very troubled because of Osman and look at the camp again and again. In the camp, Osman and the rest of the eyes are also fixed on the person who has not shown his face yet. That man gets up and comes in front of Osman. The audience is the same Tajuddin Noyan who says to Osman, "Welcome, Osman, I was waiting for you." He says he takes off his turban and wears a Mangalu cap, and says more, "I know men like you well. That's why I was sure that you will definitely come." The commander outside again says to Konur and his friends, "I told you to throw your swords." Hearing this, Shamil asks Konur, "What will we do now? Will we put the weapon in front of these dogs?" Jaban-e-Ikut says, "I will die, but I will never leave my sword." After throwing his weapon, the Mongol commander tells his soldiers, "Shoot arrows at my command." Hearing this, Mongol soldiers shoot arrows at him. So the same thing is said to the companions of that man. "It seems that our destiny is to be martyred together, brothers. But I will not fall before I drop a lot of dead bodies." There we see that the Mongol commander goes to the central room of the city. Bala Hatun, Alauddin and the soldiers are also behind him. The Mongol commander says, "Do you know why I have come here?" He says, "Along with that, if the sword increases, then Aladdin stops his way." Then Bala Adun says, "For Princess Maria and certainly for King Lason." Hearing this, Mongol commander says while looking at Aladdin's sword, "First of all, give me what is mine so that we can make a compromise." So Bala Adun says, "And whose mother and brother you killed? What about that Alkim Khatun, who says to us, 'Commander, shockingly, Alkim, does he also have you?'" So Bala Adun tells the soldiers, "Go and bring Alkim Khatun." Viewers, as we know that Alkim Khatun is not here, he is with Usman Sahib. Despite this, he sends the Baishangur soldiers. Seeing this, the Mongol commander is very scared. So Bala Adun says, "What happened? After hearing his name and knowing that he is with us, why is your color yellow? Why did you get shocked?" And now a young girl is scared of him. Hearing this, Mongol commander starts to shoot his sword. But next moment the soldiers of Sungur, Alauddin and Balahuddin's swords are on his neck, and Alauddin takes his sword from him. Balahuddin says, "You lied. You are not Tajuddin Noyan." The commander says, "Do you want to lose your life, woman?" Balahuddin says he is distracting us. He is not Tajuddin Noyan. Alauddin catches dog on the left. As he hears this, he goes with the soldiers, and outside we see that the Mongols are standing very smart. At this moment, Alauddin comes out of the tent with the soldiers. And slowly the soldier says to the soldier, "Take care of it without shedding blood." As he hears this, he moves forward with the soldiers, and when he reaches near them, he says, "The soldiers, arrest them." As he hears this, several soldiers taunt him, and Alauddin says while moving forward, "Put these dogs in the dungeon." As he gets the order, the soldiers drop their weapons and take them forward. Alauddin says, "If anything bad happens to my father, I will send these dogs to Tajuddin Noyan." There Noyan says to Usman, "Karajal and son were caught to follow me, so you are trapped in my trap." When the commander outside starts shooting arrows like a Mongol, Konur says, "Stop, stop, throw away the soldiers and weapons." Tuwaikut says, "Konur, sir, what are you saying?" Jawan Konur says, "Do as I say. If they had intended to kill us, they would have done it long ago. Mr. Usman is still inside. It seems that the matter is something else." He says and listens and throws away all the weapons. In the tent, Mr. Usman tells Tajuddin Noyan, "I will not care about your servants, and I will cut your pieces right here." So Noyan says, "No, Usman, as if I have not killed you yet, so you will not do anything like that either." So Mr. Usman asks, "What is your intention?" The answer is, Noyan says, "I want to make a promise with you, but if your intentions are different, then none of us will be left alive here." Hearing this, Usman Sahib says, "So you have a big heart for everyone?" Noyan says, My heart is very big. Now send your friends out. We will talk alone. So Usman Sahib says, if you want to talk to me, then first of all the family of Elcham Khatun will come here. We will see if he is alive or not. Then we will talk. As Noyan says, I knew you would want it, so I brought them. On his request, his companions go out and Usman says to Noyan, now I will listen to you. Noyan says, whatever I am going to say will be better for the rights of Alhani and the Dukais. Outside we see that the Mongolians bring the family of Alkim Khatun who are imprisoned in a cage. Seeing them, Alkim Khatun tries to kill them, but Orhanu stops him. Alkim Khatun continuously says to Orhan, leave me, leave me. Orhanu says in a calm tone, stay calm. You will be losing your life in anger. Jau Abin Elcham Khatun says, my mother died, my brother died. How can you tell me to control my anger? If you are afraid, then stand behind the son of Sardar. He says he moves forward again, but the Uthani is also stopping him. Seeing this, his father and sister-in-law say, Elcham, run, run, save yourself. For yourself and the tribe I will live in the hands of these dogs. Why have you come here, daughter? If needed, I will give my life. Why have you come here? The woman says, how can I leave you like this, Baba? I am not alone here. Usman Sahib is with me. Hearing this, Kunduz Sahib says happily, what did Usman Sahib say? Thank God this is Bahadra's soldier. Is this Usman Sahib's soldier? But he is already trapped in the trap of Tajuddin Noyan. Urahan says, worrying him, Kunduz Sahib, my Baba Usman Sahib has come here, seeing all the possibilities. Do not worry, we will get you out of here. So Kunduz Sahib says, this Tajuddin Noyan is so cruel, so evil and so cunning that you don't know. That's why I'm in this condition. Now he will kill Usman Sahib and those who come with him. Tajuddin Noyan tells Usman Sahib in the tent, whatever you have, you will give me. So Usman Sahib asks, do you want a princess? The answer is, Tajuddin Noyan says, not only a princess but also a king. On this Usman Sahib says, then what do you think about Aljaid? Because he had sent his nephew to a remote area, then this problem will be different. Tell me what is the real problem. So Noyan says, the Ulajaito Khan is preparing for a great mission. This will be a great mission with prosperity and fame. Those who will participate in their glory will be doubled. This is what Usman Sahib says. Then tell me, will he try to go towards the kingdom or will he join the golden era? So Noyan says, if you give your soldiers to our orders and support us in this war, then you can also get a lot, Usman Sahib. The youths of Usman Sahib say, stay here, stay here. Our soldiers fight only in the way of Allah, and it is clear that your claim and ours are not the same. So keep this in mind that I will not let any of my soldiers obey you. Hearing this, Tajuddin Nuhyan gets very angry and says while taking off the cap, but you did not hear what you will get in return. In return for your small sacrifice, we will give you the permission of a free state. And I will make my uncle Ujaito Khan a great Khan. Hearing this, Usman says, look, the building which needs to be accepted is neither free nor self-reliant. If you are only looking for a building which can benefit you till your death, then know that you have come to the wrong land. We have never bowed our heads before anyone, and that is why a lot of blood has been shed. You will shed more blood if you need it, know that. This is what the friends of Usman Sahib say, let's cut the knife and cut it. So Noyan says, if this is the case, then you will see the same way that you have never seen before, and the value of this will be paid by every man, every woman, every child on your land. There is no need to continue the fight, Usman Sahib. He says this and calls his commander, and tells him that everyone who comes with Usman Sahib is free to go. So with this episode ends.